I mean, there is one there,
This is SDS, this is SDS, the symbol type, storage project. This is for 30 million. This is the project. Actually, finishing it,
I know there's one upstairs, and there's also one there. Well, that's like two. And then there's a couple in there, three. Well, the second floor.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Hello everybody, my name is Joy Long and I'm doing a tutorial today for my Education and Technology Applications course. And today we are doing a tutorial on 3D Builder. 3D Builder is a software piece that automatically comes with Microsoft 10. But if you do not have Microsoft 10, you can go to the Microsoft.com website. The URL is listed at the top of the video right here. And on this web page, you see the 3D Builder application with the description. You can click the Get the App button and it will take you to the store where you can download it for free. Now, if you already have it on your computer, you can click on the Start menu, or you can click the search box, and I'll type it in here, 3D and space, there we go, Builder. Click on 3D Builder and it will open the application, which I already have on the computer. As you can see, I've already been playing around with it, but we're going to start out with a new fresh scene. So over here you can click up where these lines are at, and it'll open up the options for new scene, open, save, save as, 3D print, print on paper. So we're going to click the new scene button, click new scene, and that gives us a whole fresh canvas to start on. And as you can see, we've got on this canvas a couple of markings, 0 mm, 50 mm, 100 mm. Those, I believe, are to illustrate a scale model that we're going to do with the sizes, so it'll show us how far away something is, how big it is. Let's go ahead and insert some objects. We got cubes, cylinders, pyramids, and other different objects that we can insert into the screen. And I've got not one, but now 2 cubes in the screen. So on this side here with items, you can click which one you want to focus on right now. So we're going to pick the one that we highlighted. And we're going to click this button right here with the square and 2 arrows, which should allow us, if it is highlighted, there we go, to pick up and move the square where we would like it to go. And then we can do the same with the other square, and voila, you have 2 squares going on. Now we're going to change the size of the square, so we've got one highlighted right now in focus. And to change the size, you're going to click this square with 4 arrows popping out. It says scale, which is a great vocabulary word for your kids. It adds a little bit more definitions to the projects we're already working on. You click where the arrows are showing up at the bottom of the white outline box. So by clicking that, you can make it bigger or you can make it larger. But let's say we wanted to just change one attribute of it and not do the whole square as a whole. You click this lock right here, and right now it's locked. There you go, it's unlocked. And you can click just the side. And you can stretch out a side, you can stretch height. If you wanted certain parameters, we could click right here at the 3304. And let's just type in 45. And you notice the square gets bigger depending on the parameter that's being highlighted. So we've showed you how to move, and we've showed you how to resize or scale. Now we're going to show you how to rotate. This button that looks like the undo button, if you select it, will bring up this screen that's got a couple circles, one going around top and then one going around the side. And you can click the arrows and rotate it how you want it to rotate. That's a pretty cool feature. Along with being able to rotate, we can change the color to tell our 2 cubes apart. So you can change a texture. If you wanted to add texture to this model, give it like a blue jean type texture. You can choose to change the whole cube. You can choose to change part of the cube, depending on what you want to paint. It also gives the option to do a solid color, but let's do a texture. Textures are fun. Over here you see another option, which is your edit button, that allows you to split or emboss an object. So let's see what embossing does. Embossing lets you do letters. Right now I have EDCT. So if I wanted to put those on there, I could click emboss, and it is already added on to our object. Now let's say I wanted to split these objects. I could click the split, and I could adjust it up or down. I could have it at the whole, just cut off the very top. I could keep just the bottom. I could just keep the top. For right now, we're going to keep both to keep it from being confusing. So you might ask what some applications that you can use this program for. I am a science person. I'm studying sciences for teaching. I could use this as a physics problem, have these 2 objects, have students put a bar on the top. Let's see if I can insert an object that's like a bar. There we go. And put it at the top of my objects and make it look as though it is going to be a race car for the 2 students. So you can put a car up here and ask them, how long would it take you to travel across the bridge? Use a formula with distance and height. Right now we've got it zoomed in pretty close, and unfortunately we might have to do a fresh new scene. You'll find I do that often. I like doing new scenes, see what's going on, in order to reset it. If you have a computer with an external mouse, you can use the scroll on the mouse in order to change how far back or how up close you're getting. I have a laptop, so I'm using the mouse pad on the laptop. It's got the little control ball, so it's not going to give me a good zoom one way or another. Right now you see I'm adjusting how I'm looking at it. That's another thing you can do. You can look at the side, you can look from the top, you can look from underneath. It's another feature that they have in order to manipulate and understand different properties of a shape. Now, along with moving an object up or down, you could also move the object into the bottom, or you could raise it way above and make it actually float. You could use that feature to also allow you to combine and create new shapes. As you can see, I've got the hexagon and the circle together, the hexagon and the cylinder together. If I wanted to move just the hexagon, I could select the hexagon, tell it I wanted to move it, and then let's see, highlight hexagon, and I can move it out from underneath the cylinder. So that's pretty cool. So as a science person, I demonstrated how we could do physics, but you could also do chemistry as well. If we wanted to do a new scene, click new scene. You could build your spheres, such as doing the ball and stick model. So I got one sphere here. I'm going to insert a new sphere in. Have two spheres together. Oh, now I got three spheres. So I got three spheres going on. And you could say that each sphere is its own atom. Right now I've got them moving together in the same plane. I could insert a wedge in between the two of them. By having a wedge into them, I could make it look as one solid ball and stick model. And if I wanted to do that permanently, I could do the merge. And give it a second. It's loading the merge. There we go. And with the merge, you have the whole thing moving together as though it really is one model. And then you can actually split this. And say we're going to split it halfway. And we're only going to keep the bottoms. And we apply the split. That allows you to see what half the inside of an atom looks like. So that's pretty cool as well. Another feature that this has, as we were talking on the side, is the ability to 3D print. That is good if you want to have students print out the model, have a little bit of hands-on with it. If you wanted to take it and apply it to a situation in a math class, and so you had a physical representation, the students can manipulate the object. Another thing that students can do with this, if they're trying to figure out the area by experimenting with parameters, you have the ability to do that with the resizing button, so we can increase or decrease the area. And it allows them to keep working on that processes and working with how Common Core wants students to take things apart and figure out how they work, which is a concept that will take you far in life. Well, this tutorial is now over, but we appreciate you viewing us today. Feel free to check back and see more tutorials online. Thank you.